Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel USA Immigration and Visa. Today we are going to discuss how to transfer university in USA as an international student. If you are an international student planning to transfer to a university in the US, this video will help you understand the application process, entry requirements, transfer policies, and more. Let's start the video. Can I transfer universities as an international student? Transferring universities involves leaving the university where you are enrolled, then enrolling at a new U.S. college or university. As a transfer student, you may continue to pursue your original degree, or you may opt to change to a new degree program altogether. Depending on your program, the universities, and the time of your transfer, the conditions of your transfer can vary. Usually, you can transfer most credits you have earned to maintain progress and get your degree in a similar time frame. As an international transfer student, knowing how to transfer universities in the USA will include understanding application requirements and the transfer policies of your current university and the university you plan to transfer to. There are a variety of reasons why you might want to transfer universities. 1. You want to change majors, but your current university does not offer your new course of study. 2. Your financial situation has changed and you need to consider other options. 3. You found a more rewarding program at another university. 4. You are experiencing culture shock and want a different university environment or community. While most universities allow you to become a transfer student, keep in mind that many set deadlines in order to do so. Be aware of all relevant application and transfer schedules if you are considering transferring in the future. Can you switch universities after the first year? Yes, you can. However, this may depend on the policy of the university you are attending and the one you want to switch to. Some university programs require you to transfer to select universities after completing your first year as a part of your program. As a minimum requirement, to be eligible to transfer universities, you need to be enrolled in an accredited college or university in your home country or the U.S. and complete at least one semester of coursework. How late can you transfer universities? Most universities accept transfer students with up to 2 years of study at another university. Some universities may not accept transfer students with more than 2 years enrolled at another college. If you study at a community college, it may be possible to transfer to a 4-year college with a pre-approved program. You should also keep in mind the university's enrollment deadlines when considering a transfer. If you plan to become a transfer student and switch universities in the future, you should start gathering the documents required for transferring as soon as you can, as these can take time to collect and evaluate. What are the different transfer options available? There are 3 transfer options available for international students. 1. Transferring from a local university outside the U.S. 2. Transferring from a U.S. 2-year community college to a 4-year institution. 3. Transferring from a 4-year U.S. university to another U.S. university. In the third option, many large public university systems, such as Rutgers University, the State University of New York, SUNY, and the University of Wisconsin, as well as Heriot-Watt University in the UK, Dubai, and Malaysia, enable students to seamlessly transfer between schools and campuses within the same university system. Students might consider an in-school transfer when weighing out their options, as it typically involves a simpler process compared to transferring to a different university altogether. Contact your academic advisor. As each university and college has its own policies regarding university transfer, it is important to work closely with an international student advisor or academic advisor through the process. This type of advisor, also known as a designated school official, DSO, can help you understand the type of information and documentation you need to collect, go over anticipated costs, and address any changes to your student visa you need to keep in mind. This process is different depending on the university you are currently attending, the program you want to study, and the universities you are considering for your transfer. Depending on your particular transfer, there may be specific transfer processes you need to follow. Transferring from a four-year U.S. university to another U.S. university. Four-year universities refer to universities that offer bachelor's degrees, as these usually take 4 years to complete. When you transfer from a four-year university or college, two processes take place. 1. Academic transfer. The credits you earned at your current institution are evaluated to determine which can transfer to the university where you are transferring. This ensures you have the necessary credits to begin a new program or continue an existing program without having to start from the beginning. 2. Immigration transfer. Your SEVIS information covering your status as an international student is updated and transferred to your new school. Once your admission to the new university or college is confirmed, you need a new I-20 form. To start this process, you need to register on SEVIS, submit any required payments, then request that your current school transfer your SEVIS record to your new university. Your SEVIS record will be updated with information about your transfer, and, depending on when you transfer, this could change the conditions of your student visa. Transferring from a U.S. community college. If you are undecided about your major or need more time to consider your options, you can consider starting at a community college in the U.S. Community colleges provide mostly the same general education classes as four-year universities, but at a much lower cost. This gives you time to explore your interests and find what you want to specialize in. Once you have found a field you are interested in, you can apply to transfer to another U.S. university or college. Many four-year universities and colleges also waive the requirement for standardized tests during their admissions process, especially if you are transferring from a community college. A recent study by Fairtest, National Center for Fair and Open Testing, shows that 80% of degree-granting institutions in the U.S. do not require students to submit ACT or SAT scores, or have made these standardized tests optional. This can also help you enter highly competitive institutions while bypassing the pool of first-year applicants. Transferring from a university in the home country to the U.S. Starting a degree in your home country, then transferring to the U.S. later to complete it, gives you the opportunity to acclimate to university life in a familiar environment first, which may help you adjust faster when you arrive in the U.S. To be eligible to transfer to a U.S. university or college, your completed courses need to be evaluated to determine which credits are transferable. This process can take time, so it is best to start as early as possible to make sure you meet admission deadlines. Some credits may not be transferable, which means you may be required to complete additional classes in the U.S., which can also impact your timeline for graduation. How do I transfer credits between universities? There are several important considerations when transferring credits from one school to another. The earlier you decide to transfer to a university in the United States, the better. That's because not all of your credits are guaranteed to transfer over. You want to make sure you choose your class load and your junior college carefully to ensure that you get the most credit you can for classes that you have already taken. Let's take a look at some of the most important considerations when transferring credits, no matter if you are transferring from a junior college, community college, or an international institution. 1. Keep your GPA above 2.5. It's easier for many students to transfer from one university to another than to apply right from high school. As such, standardized test scores are less important, but your course grades take on more importance, so be sure to keep your GPA as high as you can while attending college. 2. Begin the transfer application process 4 to 6 months before classes start. The best time to begin the transfer process is always as early as possible. There are several good reasons to think about your eventual transfer school, even if you are only starting your studies at a junior or community college. Knowing what you will study and where you want to go will save you time down the line. Once you are ready, aim to start the application process 4 to 6 months before the first day of classes. 3. Most university application processes are the same for transfer students. For many universities, the difference between the application process for first-year students straight from high school and transfer students is which box you check on the form. Even though many schools deprioritize standardized tests, such as the SAT or ACT, they still require students to share their transcripts and exam results. What to do if your credits are not accepted when you transfer? Even if your classes are not accepted as counting toward your major, you still have other options. Your courses may count toward your general education requirements, which most universities in the United States require. If you are planning to start your degree in your home country, speak with an advisor to inquire if your current university has any affiliations or partnerships with U.S. colleges or universities. These partnerships usually have streamlined international college credit transfer processes with a higher chance to transfer more of your credits. Before you begin the process of applying for a transfer, it is important to first figure out how you plan to settle any ongoing financial obligations you may have to your current university or college. Take care of any pending financial obligations. Depending on the timing of your transfer, you may have one or more remaining financial obligations to your current institution. Each institution lists payment deadlines every semester, and you should settle any outstanding payments well in advance of your transfer to make the process as smooth as possible. If your transfer takes place before the payment deadline, you may have to only pay a partial fee, depending on the institution's policies. Remember to check these financial obligations with an advisor or DSO in advance. Additionally, keep in mind each university and college has its own costs for the program you want to enroll in. In addition to different tuition fees, housing and dining costs are also different and may vary from what you are currently paying. If the institution is in a different city, town, or state, you may also see a difference in daily expenses. Contact the university. As you are transferring to a new university, it is important to be aware of their policies and unique offerings. After finalizing your decision about where to transfer, research the new school's transfer policies and conditions and gather as much information as you can. Staying in contact with your advisors through the transfer process can help you follow all the required steps. Gather required documentation. Once you have completed your research and selected your new university, it is time to apply to transfer. Entry requirements and documentation are different depending on the university and the degree. Check the university website for full details about the program or major that interests you. When applying to transfer as an international student, you can expect to submit 1. Your academic credentials or transcripts from the local institution you attended. If your transcript is in another language, it must be translated into English. 2. Standardized English language tests such as the TOEFL and IELTS. 3. SAT/ACT or GRE scores. 4. A valid I-20. 5. A valid student visa appropriate for the program and university you are transferring to. 6. Letters of recommendation. 7. Application fee. Transfer documents from one university to another. When considering your options for universities to transfer to, check if both your current university and potential transfer universities have transfer policies in place. Some universities may only accept transfer students from specific universities or disciplines, as some programs may be highly specialized. Coordinate with both your current advisor and the advisor of the university you are transferring to for requesting and submitting all required documentation. Usually, this involves the same documents you provided to your current university, such as your academic records, letter of recommendation, and standardized test scores. Depending on the program you are enrolling in, you may also be required to take additional tests or certifications before being admitted. Update your visa requirements. No matter where you study, your student visa is extremely important. When considering how to transfer universities in USA, you need to make sure the programs and universities you are considering still allow you to meet your visa requirements, so you can maintain your status as an international student. For example, certain university programs may only be eligible for J-1 or M-1 student visas, and if you have a F-1 student visa, you would not be able to enroll. In this case, you would need to coordinate with advisors to change your student visa type or consider other university options. For specific visa types, some institutions may also need to be certified by specific governing bodies. For F1 and J1 students, programs must be certified by the Student and Exchange Visitor Program, SEVP. This information is listed in your SEVIS record and is part of the documentation you need to transfer. J1 students pursuing STEM-related undergraduate studies are also eligible for a 36-month visa extension under the latest International Education Initiative jointly established by the U.S. Department of State and the Department of Education. That's all in his video. I hope the information in this video is helpful to understand the university transfer process and requirements and guide you to make right decision. See you next time in another video.